We have been friends for quite a while, a few years,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I have been so intrigued by your background, and I actually wanted Ted to come in because I don't think Ted has heard the story of your background, and I'd love for you to share it with our audience.
Sure, glad to. So I served in the Oregon Army National Guard from 83 to 91. Started from a private and got out as a second lieutenant, and then spent the next, I don't know, it's about 6 or 12 years or so in marketing and ended up having a construction company. And then in 2006, the doors flew wide open, and I was given an opportunity to go to Afghanistan as the first fully embedded citizen journalist with the 41st Brigade, which was the unit that I worked with, or I was part of when I was in the National Guard. And so I spent a year over there in the first year in embedded, and I traveled all over Afghanistan. I had a very, very unique embed. I was embedded directly under General Pritt, which gave me full ability of mobility, and I could go anywhere I wanted to in the country. And I covered a lot of the conflict. My first troops in contact, which I call TIC, was in June. We arrived in May and was in June in a little fire base called Harney, which was about the size of, I don't know, 10 Humvees across, and we had about 30 ANA. And it was a week of a little over a week of just very, very intense fighting. The Haqqani network was in the area, and we actually got to the point where the Thursday night before we were finally pulled out, we had already made plans to have to go out by foot because things were getting that bad. The clip you're showing right now is from a contact I had in July of 2006, and this is with the Canadians. I was embedded with them, cross-embedded with them, and this was a 10 days of operations in Panjwai. This was the first footage in contact for the Canadians in the Afghan war, and it resulted in that footage resulted in an Emmy, which you see behind me, or I guess you can't, but I have an Emmy on the shelf behind me, which was awarded in 2007.